Heard?
Yeah.
I ain't heard that one before, yo. I don't know what training camp you went to, yo.
You never heard that?
Nah.
Like, yo, beat in his mouth.
Nah.
Yo.
No, like, it's like a basketball term when you're guarding them.
Heard?
Like,
Nah.
like you have to put hands
I don't
in
know who
it,
you're guarding, bro. Nah.
Yeah, I don't know
like,
what's up
don't
with
be
Morgan.
afraid to put your hand in his mouth.
What?
You guys never do that?
Yo.
Okay. I guess that's just me.
My coach used different terms.
Yeah, there's way more different terms you can use than that. What is everybody? Welcome back to the E320 channel. Threes up. Let me see them threes up. Yes, sir.
Come on.
Today, as you can see, I'm visited. I'm here. Visited. Is that even a term? I'm here. What did I even say? Visited? I wouldn't use
We
that.
all out here.
Yeah,
Yeah, we all out here.
as you can see, I got my boys here with me. To my left, we got my boy Rick.
Sir.
And to my right, we got my boy Prince.
What's up? What's up?
Of course, I'm Hansel. And today we have a very spicy, I think it's a good topic. I think
Yeah.
they're not gonna like this one. Today we're gonna talk about, as you can see, you probably already know from the title, we're gonna be talking about, is anime demonic? That's a good
Whoa.
one. Is anime demonic? I don't think they're ready for that
Yeah.
one.
It's a good
We're
one.
not ready for this
Yeah.
one, bro. They ain't ready.
Right off the bat, what do you guys thoughts on that question? Is anime demonic?
I don't know, bro. When you texted me that, I was like, yo, that's controversial.
Yeah, definitely.
Cause I think it depends, right?
Yeah.
What you're watching,
Oh, definitely.
cause some can be a bit more.
Yeah, some are definitely pretty dopey.
Yeah. No, I personally think that question is super deep. Like,
Yeah.
it depends. It really depends on like the substance that you're talking about.
Yeah.
In terms of,
Mhm.
like, is anime itself demonic, or is
Yeah.
what you're kind of doing with it? Like, what is it leading to? Like, that's kind of
Oh
like,
yeah. True.
Yeah, that's
kinda-
true.
yeah.
Yeah, I think I've like heard that, like I feel like I've heard that a lot, like from a lot of people, like especially in the church, just like the question coming up of like, you know, whether or not like we should watch these things or whether or not like these things are beneficial. But I think from my experience, I think I kind of we'll get deeper into it, but I guess a main way to answer that, I think, is it's kind of all based on your convictions,
Absolutely.
right?
True.
Yeah. And so I guess I can start with sharing. I'll share my story. You guys can share any of your experiences and like how you feel like anime has been like to you, like what your experience has been like. But I think especially for me, I obviously grew up watching it. Like I think our generation grew up like watching it.
Oh, yeah.
It was all on TV and everything. Naruto, Dragon Ball, like
On cable.
Classics,
yeah,
yo.
everything. Yeah, on cable that I didn't have. Yeah, but we grew up watching it on TV, and of course we're seeing it everywhere. And I think it's just another cartoon that you kind of just grew up watching.
Yeah.
And I think, but one thing I think people notice is that it's definitely different from like American cartoons.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
one thing you can see off the bat, the animation is already like way more, like I don't know, the art style is better,
More emotions, bro.
more
Like,
emotions,
yeah.
more plot, right?
More
It's a
plot.
better plot.
Exactly, bro.
They got
Yeah.
it all.
The fighting, the fights and everything are more, it's more insane. You know what I'm saying?
At first, I really thought I was like, yo, this anime, like, I didn't even know anime was its own thing. I was like,
Yeah.
yo, these cartoons are just better. Like,
Yeah.
these cartoons are just
Something
better.
about 'em, yeah.
And then I hear anime, I'm like, oh, okay, so it's like it's not the same genre. It's like different things. So it's
Yeah.
like, dang, yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, you kind of notice that difference. And then I think like growing up, I kind of just like, I had like I think my ADHD was so bad as a kid because I would start like so many different shows and animes, and I get like 5 episodes in and I wouldn't finish
And
it.
you just move on to the
Yeah,
next.
with everything. So I always knew the beginning of like so much animes, and I just never finished
Yo,
it.
that's me.
And yeah, and like I don't know, I just remember as a kid just like kind of watching it, just really being entertained by it. But it wasn't until I think like as I kind of grew up, I didn't really like watch as much. There's only one I really stayed consistent with, and that was Naruto.
Yeah.
And I remember just in high school, I don't know what it was like for you guys, but in high school it was like, if there's one anime that everyone was watching and everyone rated, like it was Naruto.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And so like everyone I knew was watching Naruto, so I'm like, hey, I want to catch up and like actually like finish this. And I remember just in high school, like I only watched like, actually I watched a couple. I watched Death Note, I watched Naruto.
Okay.
Blue Exorcist. I watched the 1, 2, and then I remember catching up to Naruto. And when I was in, I think I was in grade 12. That's when it finished. Like that's when like the last episodes, like the last arc and everything, like
Yeah.
the fight with like Kaguya and everything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then after that, I kind of just like retired. Like I didn't watch any like animes after that.
Try the jersey.
Yeah, I retired the jersey, yo. And then I just felt like I was kind of in a place where like, I don't know. I think I just started growing more in my walk with God, and I think there was just a season where I was in. It wasn't just anime, but it was like any form of like media. Like I had no desire for like movies anymore. I had no desire for like TV shows or like anime or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And I just like I wasn't watching anything.
I can relate.
And like, yeah, and I remember I just like all my close friends, like my best friends, even my siblings, you know, they all of them just watch it. All of them are just like so involved, like they're always up to date. They're watching the newest things, and they just like were just so like involved with it. And I just wasn't. So I'd always feel like out of the loop. And these are people that love God, mind you, that love Jesus, that like, you know what I mean? Like they're followers of Christ, and they're watching these things, and they're just involved with it. Like they're up to date, they're binging them. And I remember like my first time, like it was my bro, it was Christian. He showed me like Demon Slayer. And I remember where I was at, I was like you're watching a show called Demon Slayer. Like I just felt like I was like a hyper spiritual, like what are you doing? Why are you watching this demonic show? Yeah. And then he was just like, I don't know, and I kind of like shamed him. Like he kind of felt bad. He just wanted to show me like a cool clip, you know. And I had him questioning his faith.
So you look at his breathing form. He's like, that's the form you're talking about.
Yeah, facts. No, literally. And I remember, yeah, like that's my first time like seeing. I was like you're watching a show called Demon Slayer. Like I'm just like, nah, like I'm too convicted. I can't watch this. But like all of my friends, like my friend group, every day, like we, especially on Sundays, we drive home from church. All mans are talking about is anime, just anime, just anime, just anime. Yeah. And like they're just talking about like, man, like how great it is and everything. And I was like, hey, you know what? It was 2020, like before COVID, like January. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get back into it. I'm gonna try it out. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna test the waters. I'm gonna see what this is about, because all my friends are into it. All of them like it. These are all people that love God, and I'm like, hey, let me see what this is all about. And I remember watching it. I'm like, yo, this is hard. This is tough. I was like, what the heck? Like, I remember actually watching Demon Slayer. I'm like, what's wrong with me? Like, this is actually like crazy. Like, I guess it's different when you are seeing something from the outside and you don't obviously give it a chance. Yeah. And I think because obviously like I grew up watching like, you know, like anime, like Dragon Ball, Naruto. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, Bleach, all these other animes. I'm used to like fighting and just like all of these like, you know, like anime fights. And so like watching Demon Slayer was like, this is crazy. Like, this is amazing. Like, this is insane. And I just remember like, man, like I should have actually gave this a chance first before like I just was so quick to judge it. Yeah. Right? It's kind of like, I think that's with anything. It's kind of just that ignorance where it's just like, oh, this is trash. You know, like, you know what I mean? Like, this ball player is trash. You don't even watch him. You haven't even seen his highlights. Yeah. Like, this artist sucks. You haven't even listened to any of their music. You just don't like maybe how they look or dress or whatever. And so I think like that, I guess just to break it down, like I think my experience was just like, I actually tried it again, and I was like, you know what? Like, this is actually something I actually like. Like, this is actually sick. You know what I mean? Like, I can watch this, and then there wasn't really any conviction. Like, it's just like a hobby, like another hobby, like another interest that you enjoy watching. Some people, they watch Netflix shows. Other people, they love movies. And I was like, you know, like, this is hard. Like,
we watch
like,
anime.
We watch anime.
That's
real men.
Yeah, real men. Grown men watching anime.
And so that was kind of my experience. Yeah, I just actually tried it, and I was like, you know what, this is actually not as bad as I thought. And I don't feel convicted. Like, in fact, I feel like I learned a lot of good, deep life lessons, low key. Oh yeah. From anime that you could apply even to the gospel, to your walk of faith. Like, low key, like people don't believe it.
Yo, them training arcs, yo.
Believe it.
Believe it.
Every Christian needs a training arc.
Every Christian needs. Hey, say that. Oh, you're ready to preach. You know, but that's kind of my experience. How about you guys? What was your introduction, or like, I guess kind of like, yeah, how did you guys get into like anime? Like, what's your experience with it?
I mean, for me, like, I started anime when I was in Congo, so I didn't actually like, I didn't have cable.
That was just last year then.
No, like,
wait, how'd you watch anime, bro?
I watched it in Congo. Like, you just like.
Are you talking about growing up in Congo?
Yeah, growing up.
Oh, I thought you meant when you went last year.
No,
yeah.
Like, no, I've been watching it. Yeah, no, but I grew up in Congo, like from like 1 to 10, right? Okay. So like we didn't have cable. So the thing with Congo is like the TV would play random channels from like the antenna would just kind of pick up random like shows. So like I could never watch an anime like fully through. Like I'd have to watch like maybe today is like episode 1, tomorrow is like episode 300. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. So I remember watching like Dragon Ball as a kid, like on this like manga show we had. Okay. And like I'm like, yo, this is different. And then Naruto as well. It was like those two. It was Dragon Ball and Naruto. And I didn't know.
Was it Congo dubbed?
Yeah, but it was French dubbed.
Okay. It's French. Okay.
French dubbed.
Was it still blessed? The French dub?
It was blessed, bro.
Okay, you got that French dub.
Yeah. I never actually knew there was anything other like outside of these two shows in terms of anime. Okay. I thought that was like that's all it was. Yeah. Right? And so like you said grade like high school. Me it was like grade 6, like summer grade 6. Like my cousins come from like I don't know, they're from Montreal, and they come and they show me like all these like Naruto episodes that they're watching online. I'm like, what? There's more than like the
beginning?
But last summer I like just like went through it. Like, 200 episodes of Naruto, like just going like.
No, it'll do that to you. It'll do that to you.
So it's like I caught up. I was like, whoa, like, just on the work. Sorry, that's when I caught up to that. And yeah, pretty much the only anime I watched was like throughout like junior high and high school was Naruto. That's all I knew in terms of anime. I didn't even know expanded past that. And I was like, okay, like the fighting is cool and stuff. And when I finished Naruto, boom, like someone introduced me to like Attack on Titan.
Okay,
And I started like seeing all these different type of shows that doesn't necessarily have to do with fighting.
And
I was like, I saw like Death Note, and I was like, it actually made me look at like psychological animes better, like the time where there's mind games going on. And I was like, yo, like, you know when you can actually apply like some things to life and actually like see, like you can see personality traits in anime characters. You're like, dang.
That's true,
So I really like vibe with that, and then that's when it just expanded from one show to another, especially during COVID. Like, you know, like it was like
anime was crazy, bro.
I was like, yo, there's no time. So like, you know, I definitely found that like before I like started walking closer to God, I would watch any type of anime, whatever anime there is. Like
no conviction.
Like, no conviction. Just go through them, you know. But I'll definitely say after my walk, I did go to a serious like a moment where I was kind of like, okay, like I don't really want to associate with this stuff, or like it was movies, music, like any of that stuff, you know. But as my convictions kind of changed, and as I saw myself going to faith and being able to watch these type of shows, I did see that there's some like animes I'm like, okay, maybe I shouldn't be watching this.
It's too much.
So it was like it was like some of them, it was just like it depended on like what the content was about, especially like how much fan service an anime has.
That's one thing.
You should go crazy.
And
that's the topic, bro.
That's like that's probably the number one. And it sucks when it's like the plot is actually like
good.
But it's blessed, but like the fan service is just like, oh my gosh, that's a cheeser.
But that's me. That's me. So
Last but not least,
bro. Me, straight out the womb, bro. you know how it
I was
goes,
watching it.
Straight out the womb, bro. Like sub too, like like I don't think I watched dub. I guess maybe a little bit at the beginning. I started like
French dub.
French.
Congo dub.
French dub, bro. French dub is where it's at, bro.
Frick. But yeah, I was in elementary, dog. Like I probably like grade like 3 or 4, dude. And this was when I was on, I don't know if you remember YTV, bro. YTV streaming it. Bro, Carlos,
shout out Carlos.
Shout out Carlos.
Yes, sir.
Guy's on TikTok now.
Oh yeah?
Is he?
Hey,
everybody like, yo, you're in my childhood.
that's crazy.
Nah.
What did they have on YTV? Like what anime?
Bro, so they had Naruto.
Okay.
Wait, what?
That's what I'm
Yeah, they had
I
Naruto.
was on YTV. I never saw.
They had Naruto and Inuyasha. Yeah, those.
Okay, Inuyasha. Yes,
Those
I remember.
100%.
I remember Teletubbies had Inuyasha as well.
Did it? What you say?
Yeah.
What you say? Teletubbies?
No,
Like what?
no, Teletoons.
Okay, calm. I was like, nah, that's the wrong channel.
You missed that collab.
Yeah.
The Teletubby anime collab.
I need a T-shirt, yo.
He was like,
That's a new Uniqlo
Yeah.
anime collab, yo.
Yeah, I started young, and then, but I wasn't like super into it. It was my sister that really got me into it.
Really? Before is into it like that?
Nah, like my oldest sister.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She was like, okay, now you guys gotta start. Both me and my other sister, you gotta start watching on the computer because they only stream so many episodes, right? And I was like, nah, bro, like the TV's calm. Yeah, force it, bro.
Yeah.
Still grateful to this day, bro. I'm here. That's why I'm here right now.
Amen, hey.
That's when I started going crazy, bro. Like it started with Naruto, and then I finished Naruto, and then I jumped into Inuyasha, bro.
Okay.
Frick, and then and since then, bro, I've just been going, bro. And same thing, like no conviction, like I just watch anything, bro. Like some animes I watched when I wasn't like like serious about Christ, like I knew I couldn't watch it now,
it's
bro.
messed up.
It's because like you said, like it's savage plot, but fan service was mush. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
What's that one? It's like apparently it's an amazing story, but it's actually messed up. It's like an older one. I forget what it's called.
Oh, I know, Berserk.
Yes, Berserk.
Oh,
Berserk. I watched Berserk.
You watched it? Oh,
I did.
frick.
Berserk was
insane, right?
crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like Berserk, like
wild.
it started like wild, but it went to like whoa.
Dude,
You seen it too?
Yeah, I'm seeing Berserk, bro.
That's crazy.
That's a good definition, bro. Wow, the world, like it's just crazy and it just keeps going up, like and it's dark, like it's super.
Yeah,
dark.
it's
Dark.
dark.
It's not even like fan service. It's just like the plot is like it's good, but it's dark.
It's really
Very
dark.
dark.
I heard a lot of crazy stuff about it.
And you definitely can say it's like demonic, dude.
Yeah, really, yeah.
100%. Like,
yeah.
But nah, I guess with conviction though, with anime, I never like, I don't know, like some people would question like I don't know, like what do you think? You think there's no bad animes? And like, what about your favorite anime? Like one time someone was like One Piece, like what if One Piece was demonic? And I was like, what are you even talking about? Like, because that thought would never run through my head, and I didn't even want to think about it. I was like, what if? And I like kind of closed it off because I was like, yo, 1,000 episodes, I'm not turning back now.
Facts.
Like I'm not turning back now.
The commitment.
You're
I'm caught up, bro. I'm caught up.
Bang.
I'm there, bro.
Trying to get like him one day.
Get there by
like this man of God.
It's still my youngins, bro. They learning, but I think I don't know. Like now, I think I'm definitely more wary though. Like this one anime. So recently, this one anime I watched a little bit of it. It's called Cyberpunk. I don't know if you guys heard it. It's on Netflix.
Okay. Yeah, that's based off the game, no?
It's based off a game.
Yeah.
And I watched a little bit of it and I stopped because like it was way too like they're going way too hard with the fan service, right?
Oh, it's unbelievable.
And I was like, it sucked because like the plot was really good.
Yeah.
My sister finished it though, right? And then I was like, dang, I was like, now I want to finish it. And then she literally was like, don't watch it.
Dang.
She was like, it's actually too much.
Yeah.
Looking out for you.
But then she was like, it's really good though. I'm like,
yeah, that's the worst. Yeah. That was low key me with freaking with Fire Force. Because the plot was so good, but that's like the most fan service I've ever seen.
I'm not gonna lie, I killed that show, bro.
Yeah, Fire.
Yeah, I can't lie, I killed that.
It's actually bad. Like I don't recommend it. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't recommend it.
Because yo, it's the type of fan service that just cheeses you. Like this doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's like out of nowhere.
It doesn't
no
make any
purpose.
sense. Yeah, literally
no
it's
purpose.
Like, and it's like after like a sick fight scene or whatever, and it's just like boom, and it's like.
Have you boys watched Fairy Tail?
Yeah, I had to drop it.
Yeah.
Did you? Okay, I finished Fairy Tail, but this is before when I took it serious. Fairy Tail was mud. Yeah, like you don't understand. Like every fight that involved like a girl, dude, like it was like mosh.
Yeah,
like 7 Deadly Sins.
7 Deadly Sins was bad too.
Yeah. I was like,
y'all can make a list. Everything we're naming, just don't. Yeah,
I'm like,
cross it off.
I tried. I'm like, nah.
7 Deadly Sins was
and you think because it's based off of like the 7 Deadly Sins.
Yeah.
That is like nah.
Yeah, I'm not even saying it's demonic. I'm just saying like this fan service is like.
Yeah, if you're
aware.
if you're a man of God trying to fight for purity, that's not the show.
It's not the
show for you. Or a woman of God too, not even a man of God.
For real.
Just if you're a
Shout out.
Christ. Hold it down.
Shout out to the mugs and Wogs. Is that how it goes? What?
What is Wog?
Oh, Mogs?
Mogs.
It's Wog.
Man of God.
It's Wog.
Wogs and Wog? That does not sound right.
Wog. Like W-O-G. Woman of God.
The Mogs and Wogs.
I don't know if that's the
big
vibe.
Wogs in the chat. We're waiting on you, yo.
Yeah.
Right.
No, that's crazy.
Right.
Hey, cut. But yeah, I think there's definitely when you're not saved, like you just don't have conviction like that. Like you don't care. Like it doesn't hit like that. And then the moment, like that's what happened with me. Like a lot of shows I'd watch and I'd actually enjoy them. It's like frick, like I feel gross watching this now. Like I feel bad. Like the spirit just like convicts you. So I think there's a lot. Like I think that's one thing I definitely look for is like, okay, like what's the fan service like? Is it bearable? Is it like? Is there some like the mainstreams like Naruto, My Hero, Goku, Dragon Ball, where it's just like there's like fan service, but it's okay. Like it's not bad. It's okay. It's like, hey, it's not like crazy. Like I'm not cheese. You know what I mean? But it's
I think even in certain like animes, if you look at like I think someone was telling me on Naruto like when you look at their power system, or I forget if it was Naruto or another big anime, but like if you look at the power system like with I don't know like the tail beast and then like the way they're describing it, a lot of the times they're taking aspects from different religions and like mixing it together, and then it kind of that's why like the plot seems so deep and like damn, like because like it's not like a lot of it's off the top, but like you know sometimes it's like dang, how does this guy think of like all this complicated stuff like how that just come to mind? But like nah, they do be pulling from religions and stuff like that. True, so it's like that's subliminal too, right? Yeah,
that's one thing I'd be conscious of. Yeah, definitely. And I can see like why a lot of people like, I guess because it's like just big on fantasy. That's one thing anime is big on. Yeah. It's big on fantasy.
Yeah, bro, it's like an escape.
Yeah,
that's one thing.
That's where it can get bad.
You
can get a stronghold still.
Even when I watch like just TV or anime, sometimes like after I feel like almost like weird. I'm like almost like a
isekai, bro. Like you just left.
Yeah.
Sort of. This guy.
Bro, I don't know. It's interesting though.
Yeah.
You definitely gotta be careful not to immerse yourself, I guess, too much.
Yeah.
But like just in general, when it comes to like what you're watching, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like at the end of the day, it's not real, you know. So you can't be like.
Definitely. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, there's some like that where it's like, and that's where you gotta go by your convictions. Because there's some shows that like I have other people that like are also believers that's okay, they can handle this, but there's others that okay, I can't handle this. This is like too much. So I think it's definitely like just going based off of like convictions. Because there are some animes that's like, there's like literally like you're saying, like it's not even all about fighting. There's no like demonic like anything. Like sometimes it's just like slice of life anime.
Yeah.
So those teach you really good life lessons, like the slice of life.
I don't know if you guys watch Monster, but that one's like another big psychological.
Yeah, I
one.
watched. It was a psychological one.
Yeah, like that one's just straight fire.
Yeah.
It's literally just about psychology and just like freaking messing with your mind or whatever.
Yeah.
And that stuff's cool, but especially with how anime is today, like modern day animes are so much more focused on like fan service.
Yeah.
Like and it's I don't know, it's just it's out like it's kind of hard to find anime with zero fans.
Yeah, with complete zero is
like that's tough. Like you're not really seeing that nowadays.
That's true. Yeah. I think one that comes to mind, I think low-key it's the animes that are made by women. Shout out to all the women writers out there. Shield Hero. Yeah. That's like zero fan service. I don't remember there being like any fan service in Shield Hero.
I gotta get on that.
True.
I've always thought that like I always thought like I should get on it, but like I haven't gotten it now.
It's proper.
Yeah, and it's a good message too. Like it's actually it's a good
I
message.
didn't even know it was made by a woman. Like I didn't.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna quote me if I'm wrong.
Put her at right here.
Yeah, I'll put the stats. I'll put the stats.
All the wogs in the chat. Let them know, bro. Let them know.
Yeah, crucify me. All the wogs in the chat if I'm wrong. No. Yeah, that's true. I guess I know one big argument that I've heard from a lot of people that I know is like, man, like it's just so demonic. Like you know what I mean? It's like the message and everything. It's just like you know what I mean? Like Naruto, like there's like a demon in him, or it's just like you know what I mean? Or just like Bleach, like it's like demon swords and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so like, what do you guys think about that? Like dealing with that message? Because I know I think a lot of like the demon stuff. I guess it's a lot of it's kind of like some of it's like Japanese like culture. You know what I mean? So it's like that doesn't like justify it at all. But I think that's kind of where like, because a lot of animes you watch like they're based in Japan. Like you always see characters in like
always
the
Tokyo.
cities. Yeah, always Tokyo. Yeah. Always. I don't know if you guys know. There's that staple spot in every anime. It's like the water bridge.
Oh,
and they have like the grass that you can set.
Yeah. Yo, I need, bro. When I go to Japan,
I'm trying to go there. Yeah,
I'm trying to touch
back. I'm trying to go there.
Grab me a manga.
Japan trip.
Yeah. Yo.
Hey, fund us. We'll start a GoFundMe right now,
bro.
2024. T7. Take us up. Yes, sir. Yeah, but so I think a lot of it is cultural based, but I don't know. I feel like it's with anything, right? Like you can kind of argue that with anything, like movies that come out to this day. You know what I mean? Like movies, maybe there's not like as much of like, you know, maybe there's not an actual like demon like possessing someone in the movie, but it's like, you know, there's still that like that essence of it. You know what I mean? Or like especially a lot of Netflix shows. There's like on Netflix now, there's a spirit of lust on a lot of those shows. You know? Like, it's pretty
sure.
Tell me about it. I'm like,
it's like
chill.
Yeah, and it's like.
Bro, have you ever watched this show called Elite?
Elite, no.
Okay, that's a perfect example. Cause at first it was like chill, like it wasn't chill. It had some stuff, but you know it was you could handle it. You know what I'm saying? But then like as the season progressed, like more seasons come on, it got like more and more like sexual. And it's like, yo, chill. And then I had to drop it.
A lot of shows on Netflix definitely have a spirit of lust, without a doubt. And a lot of other spirits, like another, like, witchcraft, like, it's crazy.
Come on, you guys know it. Too Hot to Handle. Like, what are we talking
what are we watching?
Like,
Yeah.
No,
I know a couple people that watch that show. And I ain't gonna say anything. But.
You know who you are.
But I'm seeing, like, the list, and I'm like, what is this? Like, Too Hot to Handle, or, like, sex in this? And I'm like, what is the titles even? And what is, like...
Yeah.
What is this?
Like, it's almost like clickbait.
Yeah, I'm like, what is this, bro?
I don't know. It's very much... It's just because... I guess it's just getting more accepted nowadays, like that sort of behavior or whatever. Yeah. But yeah,
I feel that. So I feel like that argument can be made for a lot of the shows that we watch. You know what I mean? Like that's not to justify like, because you know, it's like, oh, but you watch a demonic anime, but it's just like it's also this show, but it's like you can't really run from like, especially in like media, like entertainment, like it's like in anything you watch. Like I can get one of your favorite maybe YouTubers or like Netflix shows, and it's like there's definitely like something
like
bad.
exactly. They swear in that show. So why are you watching it?
Yeah.
So it's just you got to pick and choose like carefully, right? It's all about like this like discernment. Like as long as you're like making some sort of guidelines where you're not going too far, you know what I'm saying? It's cool, but it's just for us, it's anime, different genre. Right?
Yeah, exactly. It's just it's what you're into, right?
Yeah, and like even to add into like some people can be like anime is demonic because like they have like demonic things, like like Naruto has like a 9-tail, like called like the demon fox, but like kind of seeing like it's like kind of when I look at it, it's like how does the anime promote it? Is it trying to promote demonic things? Like,
or is it just like
is it just small like part of the story? Is it trying to promote like
that's true, because there are some animes that it's just straight promoted like demonic.
Even if you take like you're saying, if you take Naruto as an example, like the main theme isn't like if anything is like, for example, friendship, like because they hated each other,
never giving up,
spoiler alert, but they start loving each other at the end.
You know
what I'm saying? So
that's true. Friendship, like never giving up.
Nah, Naruto never gives up, bro.
Facts.
This guy just spoiled all of Naruto.
Yeah,
no need to watch it.
Don't even watch.
You already know.
Hop on to One Piece, bro. Might take you a while, but
it's a big commitment. No, that's true. I think it's like there's people like people have different hobbies, right? Like for some people it's fishing, other people it's cars. You know what I mean? And it's like inherently in and of itself with that, I can argue like, oh, this is demonic simply because like it's not like God's not like the focal point of it. Like God's not the focal point of like fishing or like cars. And people can argue that with anime too, but I think it's like it's applicable to like any hobby that you have. Right? And so there are some things where it's just like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, like this is just like entertainment. Like, you know what I mean? Like sometimes like some things I'm really into are just like like video games or like watching an anime. Other people it's like, oh, I'm into reading books and like going on bike rides, right?
Video games is a good example too, because like all you're doing is freaking virtually shooting people all day. Maybe you do like explorer games, but still.
Right. So I think it's
exploring the word.
That's a good game.
That's a good game.
But I think I think a lot of it is just like, man, it's just like knowing like, you know what I mean, like just following convictions. That's the thing, like the spirit convicts. And there's actually one verse I want to mention to kind of like touch on this. It's not like a direct, like it's not like it doesn't directly like apply to it, but I think you can definitely like take the same essence of it. And this is in Romans, so it's all throughout Romans 14. I'm just gonna read verses 3 to 5, then I'm gonna read verse 8, and then we're gonna go 12 to 13. It's a lot. So it says, let not him who eats despise him who does not eat, and let not him who does not eat judge him who eats, for God has received him. Who are you to judge another's servant? To his own master he stands or falls. Indeed, he will be made to stand, for God is able to make him stand. One person esteems one day above another, and another esteems every day alike. Let each be fully convinced in his own mind. For if we live to the Lord, and if we die to the Lord. Therefore, whether we live or die, we are the Lord's. And last one, it says, this is 12 to 13. So then each of us shall give account of himself to God. Therefore, let us not judge one another anymore, but rather resolve this, not to put a stumbling block or a cause to fall in our brother's way. Now, obviously, this was kind of talking, I know it was talking about like eating certain foods. Maybe some people don't like to eat certain foods, that other people do like to eat it, and they think they're glorifying God to do that. And it's like, hey, like, you both can do that and it still pleases God. You know what I mean? Like there's no food that's out of bounds, and you can please God eating whatever. But if you choose to withhold and withhold yourself from eating some foods for the glory of God, to like, you know what I mean, just as a conviction, that God also receives that as well. And I think it's just like just going down to a matter of convictions. You know, like let's not bash each other for what convicts one, but it doesn't convict the other. You know what I mean? Like we're all different people with different personalities and different, unique interests, and just like, we're all made different. Now that's not to say that there's obviously some staple things where it's like sin is sin. You know what I mean? Like you need to have a conviction. If you're not convicted by sin,
there's like a baseline.
There's definitely a baseline. There's a standard. But I think like moving past that, as you're growing in your walk with God, it's like, okay, like you're able to kind of like distinguish like, okay, like I can handle this, but this person can't handle that. That doesn't make them any less, or make me any less better than them, or make them any more better than me because of what we can handle. It's just how we're built. You know what I mean? Some people can handle listening to certain genres of music, other people can't. Some people like sweet, some people like savory. So it's just like, it's just a matter of knowing what it is that works for you and just going around your convictions, because you know God made you unique and he made you with such a specific purpose and just made you so intentional. And it's like when you find who God made you to be and what it is you can handle, like you live in that freedom, you know what I mean? Like you don't have to watch the like anime at all if it convicts you, you know what I mean? We're not here to like force that on everyone. Let's already put that out there first, you know what I mean? But at the same time, you don't have to feel bad for watching anime if you like it and you love Jesus and you're following with your whole heart. So I think it's just a matter of just kind of knowing what works for you, what your interests and everything are, and like just kind of going by what the Spirit does. Because if you're really following God, and then the Spirit will convict you and lead you and guide you, you know?
Absolutely.
So yeah.
That's good though. Like you'll know it too, bro. You'll feel the conviction. Like I think we've all felt it too with certain animes or whatever.
Yeah.
Like you're like I want to, but I know I shouldn't. So it's like it's like with everything else. And I really like the verse you pulled up too, because it's like there's just the Jewish people, they had their customs, right?
Yeah.
From just the law of Moses and whatever, and that was fine. But then like for them to impose it on like the Gentiles, you know, that's a different story because they were raised that way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And inherently, like you're saying, it's not a sin for them to eat those certain things that the Jews didn't eat. You just, you accept the differences, right? And all you have to do is be considerate, like to the other party. Like say they're really not comfortable like watching anime. You're not telling them all this stuff going on, this, that. You know? You just be sensitive around him. You know, people that are good with it, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
I definitely agree with that. Like knowing like how someone might be affected by it, like you know, like, like if you know that, or maybe this person would not be good for this anime, maybe you shouldn't suggest it to him, you know what I mean? You know, like it's kind of like I feel like we should never like you know like be a judge over someone, but it's always good to give advice, like I wouldn't recommend you watching that anime like or
that's
whatever.
true,
you know, I feel like that's kind of the vibe that I'm going with.
That's good.
Yeah, I agree.
Definitely. And I feel like a lot of like, I never want to be someone that's just like, I see what you're doing and it's like, oh my gosh, this person's like this is the bug. I don't want to like judge you and like hate you, because it's like you can literally do this with no conviction, and it's just like you know what I mean? Like it could be even like glorifying, you know, and edifying God, like you know, in your personal walk with Him. Like I that's why I'm very slow to like react. I feel like when I see something first, I'm like, hey, like let me see like what the heart behind it is. A lot of people react first, like, oh my god,
the heart, the context, all that.
I want to learn the context, like the heart posture.
I feel like it comes like I feel like over time as you go in your Christian like walk, like you go from someone that responds right away to someone that is more understanding of where people are coming from. I can see that with everybody. Like you start with like, you can kind of just become that like judge, and it's just like subconsciously, right? Like sometimes don't know that's just how you're acting, but then as you grow, you see yourself like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have like acted that way. I've just responded to what I thought was right and just seen their perspective and changed it a little bit.
And I think community with that is good too, because
keep you accountable.
Yeah, it keeps you accountable, and even sometimes like your conviction and the baseline can get blurred a bit, and like I don't know, like as a friend, like it's your job to like lovingly like correct as well. So like you can, like if you do feel like someone's overstepping a bit, you could just let them know like, okay, maybe like think about this like again, like whether this is right, you know what I'm saying? Even if you're not super convicted by it, you know, you might still be overstepping that baseline a little bit, right? So, and it, like you know, like it's never about how close you can get to that like line. It's like how far you can stay away from.
That's true.
Right? You know, so like you gotta keep that in mind, right?
And I feel like two things. Like one, like as you just become more Christ-like, I feel like you kind of get the characters, like the fruits of the Spirit of like patience, where it's like you can kind of evaluate things and say, okay, this person said that. It sounds pretty blasphemous on the outside, but like, what's the heart posture? Like, what's the context? Like, why are they saying that? I feel like when you're new in your faith, it's easy to be like, false teacher, false prophet, like this is demonic, this and this and that. It's quick, you're quick to react, but slow to actually like understand and like learn. That's one thing I've learned, like, you know, as I've grown more in my walk, is like, hey, like what's the context of these things? And so that's one. And I feel like two, I feel like a lot of the people too that in the faith that might bash others, like other believers for watching, are like people that just like just haven't tried it for themselves. You know what I mean? Kind of was in the place I was, where I'm like watching a show called Demon Slayer, like
just basing it off like hearsay.
But it's like when you actually try it, like when I actually gave it a try, I was like, man, like I feel bad for making my brother. He just wanted to show me like a clip. Like he was so excited to show me, and like he left like shamed, and like, dang, like am I a real Christian, right? And so it's just like, yeah, I think like there's a room for the table for everybody, and obviously there's always going to be that standard, for conviction and just like sin is sin, but you know what I mean? Like I think like more than anything, like it's just it turned off again. Hey, my bad, y'all. The camera keeps it keeps on shutting down. It's getting too hot. You know what I mean? Like, we're spitting too much facts, but yeah, I think I was just kind of saying like I feel like a lot of people that might bash other people for in the body for watching anime, or just people that like have never even watched it for themselves. Like they just seen like
they're like, oh, what
a clip.
That's weird cartoons, bro. Like,
literally. Why are you watching like cartoons? But it's just
or like the crazy anime fans. Like there's some anime fans.
They'll be wild. And the weebs, you guys are giving us some bad reps.
Okay. Not there yet, bro.
Yeah, no, you don't ever want to be the
Like,
I'm otaku gang.
Yeah, bro. Like everyone's a weeb of some sort, but there's some people that take it too far.
Yeah, man. They just ruin it.
I'm like,
can't do
they're the reason why like people that watch anime are looked down on.
They're weird words. Like there was okay, bro. Like this is not you. Like like
you're not the character, man.
Yeah, you're not the,
you don't need cosplay. You're not the
character. Yeah, that's facts. And so I feel like there's a lot of room. There's room for everybody at the table. You know what I mean? Like,
well said.
If we're
that's true.
If someone's like overstepping like the standard, which is like sin, of just like, hey, like this is like literally like borderline, like hey, like for sure you're gonna get called out on that. But if it's just a hobby, like you know what I mean, like anything else, like just watching a show, like in your free time, your spare time, then it's like doesn't hurt anyone. And like we were saying, there's also a lot of the life lessons from anime too. I remember like I don't know, I rewatched the Pain arc recently. And I'm like, there's so many like deep things they said that like, you can low-key apply that to the.
That's one thing about Naruto, that the villains, bro, they're not even villains, bro.
No,
they're broken people that need Christ.
That's actually
that's well said, bro. That's well said. No, I've rewatched Pain arc like a couple of times just like for Pain's philosophy. I'm like,
right, like Pain, like bro, he was talking, bro.
Like when he even had Naruto like really ponder,
damn, like
he's right. Like,
you know what I'm saying, like for real.
Naruto go from wanting to kill him to like, let's have a talk. Like it's crazy, bro. No, it's definitely a vibe.
There's a lot of deep lessons and life lessons, and like stuff you can learn and pick up from anime. There's a lot of inspiring, motivating like parts of it too. I feel like a lot of people that like you can apply it to like your life, especially the splice of life ones. They really inspire you.
Bro.
Those ones are like,
those are nice.
I've seen so many of those.
You make you cry.
They make you cry, bro.
Tears,
Definitely, bro.
Remember, love is patient, love is kind.
Hey, come on now. So don't come in the comments and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Start watching anime.
Stop watching. Yeah.
Start watching anime.
Start watching.
Start watching. It's a vibe.
Facts.
I'm gonna watch.
Yeah,
I'm watching the Pain arc after this, so
hey, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? But I think that's kind of it. That's kind of our thoughts. Let us know what you guys think, what your experience with anime is. Maybe you guys probably have some crazy ones. Maybe you had a demonic experience with it.
Yeah, bro.
By all means,
comment down below.
Let us know. Yeah, let us know in the comments. We're just sharing our. I don't ever want to come off as like this is what's wrong. This is what needs to be done. This is
our perspective.
Yeah, like I just want to share. Our perspective is, and it's valid because we're also people, we're also believers, you know what I mean? We're also a part of the body of Christ. So I think just sharing our experiences and letting that speak for itself and just showcasing our lifestyle, I think that's what I want to speak more. It's not just show I'm a believer through, my words, but also like my actions, like the way I live, and just, you know what I mean? So I don't want to come off here like a YouTube theologian,
Survive.
Yeah, if it doesn't benefit you, if you're convicted watching it, then for sure you don't gotta watch it. But hey, if you're looking to get into like a hobby, like something, if you're into fights, if you're into Marvel, I'm sure
something nice, bro. It's better than Marvel, for sure.
You gonna rate anime.
For sure, it's better than Marvel, bro.
Yeah, and let's talk about, because a lot of y'all be bashing anime, but you guys watch Marvel movies, and they will full on blaspheme the name of God. In these movies.
For real.
Yeah, it's
bad. For real. Like it's pretty much mythology, right? So that's just another twist on it. So
he's coming, bro.
He's coming, bro.
You can't strap. But
if you're gonna choose one, choose anime. Please.
So you're just looking out. But I think that's kind of it. I think we covered a good amount of topics. Let us know, guys, your experiences, what your thoughts are on anime. Let us know if this helped you guys at all. And yeah, let us know what type of videos you want to do next. It's my boy Rick, boy Prince. Peace. What's another E320 video? We'll see you guys on the next one. We're out. We're gone. See you.
Yeah.